EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Great, set.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
$180. 13.
Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 9.
Great, set.
Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
63. No touch.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Great, set. No touch.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up. 180.
A first down carry for Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Shut up.
Throwing is Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now 2nd and 5.
180. Shut up.
Inside handoff, Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Middle. Shut up.
Henry up the middle. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jackson from the shotgun. A check down here for Henry. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Yo.
Henry is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if you have
for a Baltimore touchdown. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Great,
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Hurts. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Great, set. No touchdown.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Report.
Now a handoff to Henry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Down inside the 40.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the gun, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there.
We gotta make it happen.
And now we've got a third down and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. We have played 3 quarters. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Sit hot.
Jackson now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
180.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.